Hello and welcome to Be Abundant Now Tarot, where evolution is the new revolution. I am doing a full moon twin flame tarot reading. I want to tap in and see what energies are present for this collective. And so if this resonates with you, take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because remember, this is a general reading. I do work closely with the angelic realms. This is the highest vibrational frequencies that you can obtain, and all of my messages are messages of unconditional love with a very positive, beautiful energy. I like to tap into Christ consciousness and try to bring as much of that unconditional energy into this planet as I can, and that's why and to look at ourselves. I encourage others to look at ourselves in the way that the divine looks at us and sees us. When we can see ourselves from that higher perspective, we can really heal and transform our lives. I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about this full moon in Scorpio. Scorpio it's represented by the Death card, number 13 in the tarot, which is all about spiritual transformation. This is about going in deep into the underworld, within ourselves, within our shadow selves, shining a light on maybe some spaces within us that need healing. It exposes the shadow, brings it to the surface so that things can be looked at and healed. There are some ascension symptoms with this. There may be some higher increases in like anxiety, fatigue, headaches are some of them. My recommendation is, if you are feeling any of the symptoms from full moon energy, especially Scorpio, this energy can be very, very intense. My advice is to get grounded, and how you do that is by drinking water, taking a salt bath. You could go barefoot in the grass, or sit down in the grass, or actually hug a tree. Those are the things that I have known that have worked for me, and that's what I'm prompted to share with you. So I'm going to go ahead and just start getting into this reading. So I'm going to do what I call my infinity reading. This is an 8-card reading. I will be drawing 4. This is an 8-card reading, and I'll be doing several layers to see what messages will be repeated. So, and then once I get the cards laid, then I will go ahead and I will turn the camera so you can see the cards a little bit better. So, archangels, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for this twin flame collective on this full moon in Scorpio? What would you like us to know? What energies are present? What messages does someone need to hear? So yes, like I said, this is all about deep transformation right now. That is the energy that is present, and it's it's about also revealing secrets. So some secrets may be revealed during this time. If you are a fixed sign, such as Aquarius, Taurus, Libra, or Scorpio, these energies will affect you much more intensely than the rest of the collective. And that's why grounding is very, very important. You know, we are all 70% water, and it's a known fact that the moon does have an effect on the ocean tides. So if it'll have an effect on that, it does have also an effect on us as well. So, okay. One. Okay. Now I'm trying to get a feel for the energies that are present. The collective that I am reading for, much of the divine feminines within this collective have sort of like, they have done all of their inner work, they've done their healing, and so they've stepped into, a lot of them are stepping into their soul mission. It's about celebrating who we are. That is the energy right now. just celebrating your life and how the divine expresses through you. This is the time right now. We are in the age of Aquarius, and this is the age of in truth. And it's just about sharing our gifts with one another about who we are and how the divine expresses through us. We all have it. We all have these different gifts that we are here to share with one another and share with the world. So everyone is being encouraged to celebrate their lives and celebrate their gifts. Okay, we need one more here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start with this. I'll go ahead and put this camera down now. And now we'll do some readings here. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, that looks like that's going to work out pretty good. Okay, so what I'm doing here is these 3 cards are for the divine feminine. These are for the divine masculine. This is a message from source from the divine feminine, and this here is for the divine masculine. So we're going to go ahead and take and see what energies are present. We have the Justice card. This is the closing of karmic cycles. I do not do reverse readings. So there's a completion of a cycle, and the Magician. We have the Star card in the place of the divine masculine, 2 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. Okay, so let me get into reading for the divine feminine, and then we'll start drawing some more layers. Okay, so in the divine feminine we have Lady Justice. This is also known as the twin flame card, represented by the number 11. Karmic justice is what she's receiving. She has definitely closed out an old cycle. Many people who have been following and paying attention to the moon cycles know that the cosmic karmic button ended, and I believe that was with the full moon in Libra that took place in April, and we got a brand new, the reset button has been pushed, and we have a brand new beginning. So that closed out all of these old karmic cycles. This is about blending in alchemy. This is how the masculine would manifest. That's what I associate it with. And as you can see, and this is all about turning lead into gold. You know, this is all about manifestation. So the divine feminine right now, she has rid herself of all that karmic debt. She has completed a cycle, and now she is stepping into her own soul mission. The divine masculine, this is a sign of hope. This is wishes coming true. This is about him making a wish. He's still juggling, though. There's something he's trying to find balance. He may be still trying to balance his the feminine and masculine energies within himself at this time. Also, there could be some balance between home and work. This could be trying to balance himself out within any type of karmic situation that he's in. Also, it could be learning how to integrate that shadow self. This is all about fulfillment. This is what he's seeking, or he's trying to tap into this energy. He really does want to find that balance within himself, to have that hope, a brand new beginning where he comes into this 9 of Cups energy. This is like almost emotional fulfillment. This is what he's seeking right now. And that's going to come from that balance and that wish of hope. Now on top of these, I'm going to go ahead and draw some of the These are Archangel Power. This is the Archangel Power deck. So we'll just see what messages the Divine has. Many within this collective have developed psychic gifts. They may be have given the gift of spiritual sight, where they can communicate with their twin, or communicating through the heart space, through that energetic portal, the vortex that is felt from within. And when we can disconnect the egoic mind and step into that heart space, our reality and our life really begins to change. So we'll just see. There we go. We'll see what these. Oh wait, went two more. So we'll see what this Archangel Power deck reveals here. This is like the Page of Swords in traditional tarot. This is the Page of Michael. Truthful, perceptive, analytical, and blunt. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review your contracts or documents very thoroughly. So also, and also this is the Page of Swords. Sometimes it is known as the Spy card. This is the Two of Raphael. This is the Two of Cups. Two hearts. Dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. And that is right behind. As this karmic cycle closed, there's a brand new beginning of this Two of Cups. This Two of Love coming in. Two of Cups, love energy coming in. And this is a brand new prosperity seed being planted. It's your lucky day, new resources of money, time, and support. A change in your job or promotion. So, and that comes through mastering this alchemy. Many within this Divine Feminine collective, you're learning to use their manifestation skills to manifest the life that they dream of. So, and they are open to love because they have closed out this karmic cycle. This is all about having really good, crystal clear clarity. And it's represented by karmic justice, in the twin flame energy. So within the Divine Masculine, look at this. We have the Justice and the Justice. They mirrored. We have Justice, the karmic justice, with the Star card. So this is hope, the ending of a karmic cycle for him. And it's saying, fight for justice and equality, rulings made in your favor, and don't give up. So they too have had that, and that's in the same position as the Divine Feminine. This is like the Three of Pentacles, which is generally about a celebration. And see, if the Divine Masculine was here juggling something, and this involves the 3D physical world. So, and it's saying, do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. And so the Divine Masculine may in this case be juggling these new endeavors that he's having. But this is really beautiful. This is also like some sort of tangible, in traditional tarot, it can mean like contracts for union, like divine union, things like that. This is the Eight of Michael. You can be free. Make courageous choices to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. So in traditional tarot, this represents the Eight of Swords, which for many readers, they read it as being trapped. But in a twin flame journey, I read this as being bound. Like, because you're committed and you're bound to this process. It's from the divine. You can't really get out of it. If you're part of a twin flame couple, whether they know it or not, the divine masculine, which at some point it will be revealed to them that yes, they will have that epiphany. It's just time for that to happen. We have to trust in divine will according to the divine plan. And so in an Eight of Swords in a twin flame reading, I look at it as being bound and committed to the process. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this divine masculine. Many of them are going through this awakening process right now, and they're coming to terms with this. It's causing a lot of maybe some inner, they may need some balancing after coming into this energy and making these realizations. They are bound, but they are destined for this Nine of Cups, this loving, beautiful energy that's available to them when they do that work. I'm going to go ahead and put these ones here. Two of Cups. I'm going to go ahead and draw one more layer, see what we get. I like to do things in threes. And then I'll be getting to the messages from Source and some side messages in a minute. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and use these cards here. Okay, Angel, Source, God, Archangel Michael, Archangel Chaniel. What messages do you have for those who are listening to this reading right now? A lot of the divine feminines within this collective have really just surrendered, because that's what it's about. It's about just totally surrender to divine will and letting everything fall into place and happen naturally, because they've done all of the inner work. So now it's just a matter of allowing. The divine feminines in this case have just really shut that energy off, that loving energy off to their divine masculines. We have, many have learned how to do that. While we're still connected, we can turn off that energy, because some are so, I know for myself, I was so interconnected. The divine masculine was going through a purge, and I was so closely tied to that collective that I was having some of their purging symptoms. Now, this Nine of Swords came out, so I'm going to look at that as a side message, that it's just all about someone being in their head. And I'll get more a feel of who that's for and as we go on and as we continue. All right, so we also have this element of the devil energy, which, doesn't surprise me, because right now we are in this Scorpio energy. And again, the Prince or the Page of Swords is coming out again. This is about having clarity. And this could be spying. Maybe, it is. It's usually the sneaky card. People checking out someone else's social media, things like that. It can be. And they're both doing it. Both partners seem to be. And we also have this Queen of Pentacles energy. This is about something coming in tangible in the physical world. She's also very abundant. This could be the masculine in this case, learning to balance those masculine and feminine energies within himself. Let's see what energies we have present within the divine feminine. Union. That's what the divine feminine. She's, she's still she's holding space for that divine masculine. Continuing with her soul mission. And she's also learning to use her resources wisely and really holding tight onto those pentacles. And she's also gaining a new perspective. I'll get another clarifier on this hangman. But she's going within and learning things from a new perspective. This devil card could be, this is doing a lot of shadow work on this full moon. So the masculines, they may be doing a lot of that shadow work, coming and examining within themselves, you know, shining that light on the dark aspects of themselves so that they can go in and heal this energy that is present within them. So I'm going to go ahead and get one clarifier on that, on this hangman here, for the divine feminine, because the rest of it is still pretty explanatory. And it's about the Seven of Swords. So there may have been some conflicts, but even though you're walking away, you've picked up like you left 2 swords behind, and you picked up 5 and walked away. So there's about gaining new perspective or introspection, which is also relevant for this time during this full moon, because this is the full moon in Scorpio. So there may be some mental energy, and I'm getting the feeling that this is all about probably the overall energy for the whole collective, divine masculine and feminines during this time, because being this full moon in Scorpio, this is all about contemplation and going within, introspection, looking at the parts of ourselves that may need healing, that need to be exposed. You know, our deepest fears. This is about, you know, exploring all of those unhealthy situations, experiences, could be beliefs that no longer serve us, and exposing those and bringing them to the surface so that they can be released. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 2 more cards, or put 2 more in there for source, and then I'll start getting messages for both. Well, okay, we'll start. This is the divine feminine. We got the Scorpio card, death of an old cycle, brings in brand new beginnings. The divine masculine is coming out of a lot of this. He's got the positives card. And, you know, this is going from the death of an old cycle into a brand new beginning. So that's from both of them, from source. They're both major arcanas. Then we have, this is the Page of Cups, a new beginning, new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. That goes well with this Page of Cups here. I mean, with this 2 of Cups energy here, and finishing that completion of that Swords. This is the 5 of Ariel, also known as the 5 of Pentacles. See, this one is saying, you needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. This is the masculine. And he may be going through this period right now where he's looking at the negative aspects of himself. And, you know, and maybe he's willing to, you know, maybe he's not willing to like work on this or heal this at this time. Or he may be feeling in this energy that he was somehow left out in the cold, but he just needs to be open to the healing, to receive all of these loving energies. And like I said, he may be feeling like this because a lot of divine feminines are like, okay, you know, you sent him your love, you've healed him, but you realize that you're no longer responsible for him, that from here on out, he is responsible for healing himself and the rest of his journey, because really they have... the divine feminine in this case has carried most of the burden, because we are the ones that are the most intuitive. generally, or those who do for the sake of just keeping this simple. I'm referring to, those in the embodiment of the female and masculine gender, but energy is energy. So if you resonate as the divine feminine, then yes, this is for you. And he's getting into this energy. This is also the King of Pentacles, and this is also manifesting into the 3D world, three-dimensional. So he has the sun. He has to come out of this energy and this may be a passing thing, because this was on top. So he has this King of Pentacles. That is the foundation. So he has the financial means, the resources, grounded, very beautiful earthly energy, practical, stable. But there might be some feelings within that shadow work, a feeling left out in the cold, or feeling that he needs support. But he comes out of it, because I think that's going to have a lot to do with this full moon and this energy and just doing all of that introspection, because he comes out on top. He comes out in the sun, which is the most positive, beautiful, loving energy that you can get, represented by the card of Leo. And again, this is represented by Scorpio. The sun right now is in Taurus, so that is all about this balancing. So those are some of the energies right now that are present within this collective. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling some side messages for both. I'm going to go ahead and these are the Power of Surrender cards. And we'll get one for the Divine Masculine, one for the Divine Feminine, and one for both. So I'm going to draw 3 here. Okay, and one more. All right. So for the Divine Feminine, surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. We're also being told as a Divine Feminine to celebrate yourself. So that too is all about balance. Celebrating ourselves or living within that egoic mind. So that's part of our challenge right now as the Divine Feminine. And for the Divine Masculine, his message is to surrender defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. So that is their advice from Source. And those feelings and being defensive is why they may be feeling left out in the cold. And for both of you, in this case, in the case of twin flames, Spirit, God, Source is saying, surrender your need to always be right. Give others the gift of letting them be right by yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. Not everything is worth being right over, and sometimes we just got to let go and let things mature on their own. So here I'm going to go ahead and draw some mystical wisdom cards. And again, I'll draw 3. One for the Divine Masculine, one for the Divine Feminine, and one from Source for both. And this one wanted to come out, so I'll say that this one is from Source. Knowledge. God wants both of you to seek knowledge. Learning something new, looking at something from a different perspective. That's what this whole moon is about. Finding that inner wisdom. This one is for the Divine Feminine. It's a card of good fortune. So know that you have done the work. Keep your ego in check. Keep moving forward. We have two of these. So, self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. That's for the Divine Masculine. And gratitude. Be grateful for all you have. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in the middle. That resonates as a message for both. And this one is, I think this is all about closing up these cycles of codependency on one another. And that's what it is. And a lot of people stay in very unhealthy, toxic relationships just because they don't want to be alone. And once we overcome that and we just learn how to be comfortable in our own skin, we find that our lives, we become much more happier and we start attracting the love and abundance that is all around us. So, let me see. I'm going to go ahead and draw 3 of these messages. These are the Archangel Oracle cards. I'll probably draw these 3, and I'm probably going to just let it go here. For the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, message from Source. Message from Source is Archangel Azrael. I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. And that's for both of us. You know, that's for both the Divine Masculine and the Feminine. Know that you will receive comfort from Spirit. A life review, again, this is what the Divine Feminine is. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. And that comes, and that's why this the Death card is here. This is all about letting go of any remnants of ego. And the Divine Masculine is being told to remember who he is from Archangel Michael. You are a powerful being and a creative child of God, and you are very loved. And so God wants them to know, remember who they are, become more self-reliant, surrender that defensiveness, because in the end they're coming out as the sun. Release these feelings of being out in the cold. You are surrounded by love and light. And, you know, you're going to be very grounded and very stable. That's what all that inner balance brings. For the Divine Feminine, do that life review. You have a lot of good fortune. A lot of you are stepping into your soul missions. Surrender that ego. Celebrate yourself, and that's the challenge. Celebrate yourself while keeping that ego in check. This is another self-examination, looking at things from another perspective to let go of an old cycle. And this is a brand new love coming in for the Divine Feminine. And the Hermit, see, going within. And there was another card on this one too. I forgot to do that. Yeah, that's the King of Pentacles. And so the Divine Feminine also got the Hermit. The Hermit, and she also received the Hangman at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and draw one postcard from Spirit, and then we'll just probably go ahead and close up this reading. But both parties are in this Nine of Swords energy for this period. This is all about going deep. So this is a message to the overall collective from God, Spirit, Source. Okay. And it says, "Dearest you, as you think, so you will experience life. Thoughts are that powerful, and they need minding. Let the unruly, chaotic ones settle down so they serve you or get released instead of wreaking havoc. These thoughts arise when connected to the energy of fear and often masquerade as truth. Yet the real truth is that essentially all is well. Of course, you have thoughts that are positive, strong, organized, accepting, creative, open, and so on. Those are the ones we want you to keep thinking, and they have a less frantic quality. They're stimulating in a good way and don't get away from you. How do you keep an inner eye on your thoughts? Meditate and leave judgment out of the mix. Everyone has those fearful thoughts. Love them, love yourself, and then choose the thoughts that you want the world to reflect back to you. Life is not as hard as you think. Loving you so much. So, and this is all about a period of being mindful. So, I want to say thank you for being here with me in this space. Enjoy this beautiful full moon. It's very powerful. Let's do a lot of healing and let's evolve. Evolution is the new revolution. So thank you so much. Take care and have a blessed day, blessed week, blessed life.